There's a new viral prank going around on TikTok that people are doing. We're not recommending you do it, but it involves shopping carts. So we might send Squid out to try this out on somebody. That's where you go and you put shopping carts all around someone's car so they can't leave.
I've seen it.
Yeah. It's kind of messed up to do. But they tried it with one lady, and she was not happy about it.
He kept saying his manager, Dave, told him to do that. So I turned around, went back into the store looking for this Dave. She's like...
So this lady comes out, and her car is surrounded, and they see the person who did it, and like, what are you doing? And the guy, as you heard, said, oh, my manager said to do it. And she was like, what? And so she went in the store to find the manager.
Who are you? You don't work here. You don't work here. And both of them kept saying, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We were hired this morning.
These two individuals are known by the PD. We've had other incidents with them, and they've been trespassed from other properties.
And they want to catch people saying ugly things. When I decided to take their picture, they were like, oh, we forgot to say cheese. I wish they would just go get a real job.
And so they're doing it for TikTok.
And they're making a bunch of money because it went viral.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah.
They probably are. Remember, we had that, we have an AML. Why do I keep forgetting her name? And she's gone viral on TikTok, and she has a lot of followers. And remember, she posted like some product, and then she made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Maybe she don't want to talk about exactly what happened, but she made a ton of money off of one post. And I'm like, what? And she lives here.
Wow. Yeah, they make a killing.
Meanwhile, Squid's rap videos, you got any viral? You had one that went semi-viral, didn't you?
They
On
used
TikTok, they used
the
your
song,
rap
yeah,
a bunch of times.
Fizzled out, but
And it's almost
a little bit.
It's almost there. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was just
It was a
one
tease.
tweak of a word,
Yeah.
that would have been. He could have been famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they used the song. You know,
Right.
if it wasn't just they used the song, it was like, no, it is the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So close.
Back to the drawing board.
You'll be there.
I did hear Kane Brown talk about in an interview recently. He thinks it's BS, but he's even had people even now, and he's totally established and sells out like arenas and stuff. But they're like, oh, well, your new single, unless it goes viral on TikTok, we're not playing it. And he was like, what?
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm not saying I'm Kane Brown, but he's like, I have a track record. You know, not everything I do is going to be great, but that has to happen first. So there's so many different factors on TikTok. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did read an
Halsey
article.
was like that at first too. They weren't going to release her song until she got some kind of viral video. But I think, you know how I am.
Yeah.
I think that was to get the attention. I thought that was on purpose to get the attention. They were doing
the headline.
Yeah, the headline to get the attention. Oh, she has a new one out, but you hear they're not playing it because.
And then everyone rushes to go see it and support her. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thought.
Now, I don't think I don't know, maybe these people will get a record deal or not. There's two women. This happened years ago, but has just since gone viral. You know how stuff happens. They are singing a song. Jason won't like it because it's somewhat religious, I think. It's called "Go Tell It on the Mountain."
Sorry,
Is it
I listen
religious
to
or
religious music
Yeah,
during
yeah,
work.
it mentions our Lord and Savior.
does it work like a country song? Go tell it on the mountain.
I've
Is
sang
this-
it in the church before.
Okay,
Yeah,
is
I
this
think,
church
yeah.
song?
Yeah.
Maybe we just don't sing that one. But it's not good. It's a mother and daughter duo.
Just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Here's Henrietta and Myrna Newdorf right now singing.
Starts off okay. It gets worse.
That's okay.
Shepherds fear and tremble above the earth.
Yeah.
They rang the angel chorus. They herald our Savior's birth.
Tell it.
Go tell it on the mountain.
Yeah.
Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
It's the hotness, really. And the video is funny because it's like they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So they have this like almost dead look on their face while they're singing this terrible song.
It reminds
Or not terrible song, but singing terribly.
I've heard multiple versions of that. That sounded like a real like funky beat to that too.
Right.
I like
Yeah.
that.
It's that church that got that extra
Yeah.
donation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounded like reminded me of my church I went to growing up. It was like a really small church,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes like the piano player wouldn't show up, and like that was like the glue of our congregation singing. We didn't have a chorus, like a choir. We just like everyone in the congregation sang.
Right.
And so if the piano person was gone, like we would sing, and me and my brother would just look at each other and like try not to laugh because it would sound like that. Or like if like not many people came that day and there was like I don't know, like 10 people in the crowd, me and my brother would start singing, just look at each other and try not to laugh
Because you can clearly hear you.
Yeah, and it would sound like that, like all off key, out
I like Jason. You go sometimes. We haven't been in a while.
I haven't been in a while. And for the record, because you said religious music, I actually like.
Oh, that's true. You
Christian.
do.
I work out.
Yeah, that's
to
your
it.
workout. And it's like soothing. Like
I like the message of Christmas Christian music. I like, and I appreciate the fact they do it. I can't stand
I'm
it.
the exact opposite.
I can't stand
I don't
it.
like the message that you're sending, and I just like the music.
It's hokey to me. I like the message. I can't. Well, I know it's probably weird for me to say I hate it, and then Jason works out to it. It's so bizarre.
It
to
is
me.
bizarre.
That is funny.
But my favorite thing, and it happens in our church every once in a while. They'll have someone give us or perform a solo, and I mean it's church. I mean they're volunteers or whatever, and I don't think they're pre-screened. This isn't American Idol. It's not even our local Talent Tuesday, and sometimes it is so bad. And these aren't like a TikTok. We're going to do 30 seconds. It's 4 or 5 minutes. So you know after the first verse, you're like, oh, that's bad. There's 4 more verses. And I love it because everyone's just staring at their feet. You know, when something gets so awkward, everyone's face is red, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
Jared, so you do have music in your church
oh, yeah.
every week?
Yes.
Oh, full band?
No, we don't.
Oh.
We're not sinners.
So I will tell you this: the number one thing when Carol asked me to go, and the number one thing I look forward to in church was the live band. That was like, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have never gone back.
Yeah.
But the message. This one guy's talking was really good. He's really good. It's almost like he's a counselor. My mom, who's Catholic, actually went to church. You know, Catholic church may be boring, but my mom's Catholic. She went to the church, and she was here for the holiday, and she heard this guy. She thought he was outstanding, one of the best guys speaking. But it was almost like it wasn't overly churchy. It was even more counselly. Does that make sense?
Sure.
More counseling. And he had
That's what church really should be.
it was
but yeah.
really, really good and made a lot of sense. But the music to me and the band is what I like so much. Without that, that's what I'm saying. Maybe.
We have an organ.
Oof.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not
cool
gonna like
instrument.
that. I like full band, powerful. There's lights going off. Soon pyro, I think, but whatever. I do.
I'm not
it's very close.
Yeah,
Then
I'm not
there's smoke. There's steam. The lights are going all over the place. I feel like I'm in concert.
I mean, it's not my thing, but I'm not opposed to it. Like if it gets you feeling in a good way, I think that's a good thing. But you asked if our church has music. We have like one of the most famous choirs in the world.
Yeah. I guess it's the choir music's not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's more of. It's almost
The
like it's
contemporary
Christian
stuff. Yeah.
rock.
Mhm.
Is that what it's called? Christian rock, which I like a little
Yeah.
bit better. Not all of it. And there's certain songs, but I took the effort enough after going randomly one day to church to download it on Spotify.
Can you do this for us? Because we're gonna, if Katie can get back in time from Jason making her very ill with the flu, we're gonna do another Christmas album, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can
yeah.
you do like just a sample Christian album for our airways?
Well,
you
the-
pick
Yeah.
3 or
You
4
sing
songs
it.
and
Yeah.
you sing the hook. I have to hear
But
that.
the
Your favorite
problem is these are like when we sing a Christmas song, everybody knows
Yeah.
it. 99% of the audience does not know these
We
songs.
can get you some ones that people maybe know, like "Mercy Me" or
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a couple of the
There's 3 or
songs in your
4 big ones.
playlist were kind of recognizable. Yeah.
Okay.
I
or
think
we can
so.
pick, even if it's not what your playlist is, maybe it's like a well-known like hymn that people would be, at least they
A
would
what?
recognize.
Oh, come all ye faithful.
Everyone knows that one. And have an agnostic singing it with
Yeah.
gusto. I'd pay for that.
Wouldn't that be interesting if all of a sudden next week I'm the lead singer because they're leading this rock band, Christian rock band at church and I'm agnostic? That would be odd.
Yes. I've been to church my whole life, and Jason would be rich and famous for that. That would drive me insane.
Make it on the Winter Jams tour.
or I write a Christian song and it becomes a hit. Done by agnostic.
Yeah, then I'd be like, that's less evidence.
Yes, it is.
That's less
I
evidence.
agree.
Get on Kanye's gospel
No,
album.
but the way you people think, Jared, the way you think,
You people.
yes,
Yep.
is you think that if that ever happened, it's the way of the Lord getting to me. and getting the message
Maybe
across.
give you an opportunity.
Yeah.
He don't make you do anything.
No.
Or the devil deceiving you.
Now this is funny, and you can take whatever you want from it. But there's a guy. He's a politician, and he was going on a rant about people being woke, and the way he said it has made this go viral because, well, you be the judge.
These woke, high IQ, stupid people, they're easy to recognize. They hate George Washington. They hate Thomas Jefferson. They hate Dr. Zeus, and they hate Mr. Potato Head.
I hate Dr. Zeus. He said Dr.
Dr.
Zeus.
Zeus.
Dr. Zeus and Mr. Potato Head. These woke people.
Woke, high IQ, stupid people, they walk around with Ziploc bags of kale that they can eat to give them energy. Now, if you want to eat kale, that's up to you. I don't eat kale. You know why? Because kale tastes to me like I'd rather be fat.
He's funny. I don't know what he's doing, but he's funny.
You do like
Hey,
stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says it's a gateway drug.